Hello, I'm Richard Winters, and today I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about the Hackamore, the Bosal type Hackamore. In the rein cow horse tradition, in the old vaquero tradition, this is how the old timers developed their horses, and it's still alive today. Now don't be confused, we're not talking mechanical Hackamores, that's a whole different kind of apparatus. But the Bosal type Hackamores are one continual loop. The material can be rawhide, it could be latigo leather, it could be kangaroo, it could be a lot of different things. The core of the Hackamore is made out of rawhide. If you go down to the feed store and pay just a few bucks for one and it has a steel core, that's not what we're talking about. It can't keep its proper shape. Traditionally, our reins are a Makati rein, 22 to 23 feet of rope. This here is braided horsehair. It will have an end that we could step down and lead our horses around. Although I would never tie my horse up with a Hackamore, something's going to break and I'm not going to be very happy about that. Oftentimes, people that work out on the ranches will take this Makati, put it up through their belt, so if they fell off or had to step off, boom, that horse is still with them. You could put a couple half hitches around your saddle horn, you could tie it to your saddle strings. There's no hard and fast rules here. Traditionally, the headstall that the Hackamore hangs on is called a hanger. Here I just have a simple piece of leather that holds that up. Sometimes we will take a little piece of leather, just like I've done here, and go right underneath the horse's jaw, and that's to keep the hanger out of our horse's eye. Now, this is not the only way to do it, but this is how I have this one configured. This particular Hackamore is made out of latigo leather. When you buy and have a rawhide Hackamore, you want to be careful because this can get pretty abrasive in here. So the latigo leather is a little bit smoother, and it doesn't take long for the hair to peel right off of their chin if you have an abrasive, poorly made Hackamore. And Hackamores are often, when you get them new, shaped more like triangles. What we need to do is reshape our Hackamore to open up this base and narrow up this nose. That's more how our horse's head is shaped. Sometimes I will take a can and put it right there in my Hackamore and then squeeze the front and leave it for a night or two to reshape it. Even the best Hackamores need to have some shape to it. Otherwise, if this line is coming down too straight in here, it's going to start rubbing our horses raw. When I place this Hackamore on my horse's head, I'm looking for this nose band to be just about in the middle of the bridge of my horse's nose, approximately an even distance from our horse's eye down to his nostril. Now you can certainly adjust a little bit from one horse to the other, but that's the general idea of where we want those Hackamores. If your horse has never had the Hackamore on before and you want to introduce it, a good way to start is to slip it on and just show your horse how lateral flexion works, where I bring my hand up to my pocket and I wait there, because that's going to feel different than if you were doing it with your snaffle bit. Show your horse how to yield to this pressure rather than resist it. I'll slide my left hand down and draw my hand up to my pocket, and I'll just wait on her there, wait for her feet to quit moving and for her not to be pulling on me. And when that feels soft, then I'll let her go. As I begin to teach my horse how the Hackamore works, I don't do a lot of constant pulling. If you start hanging on this Hackamore, this horse will start hanging on you. And so I will just pick up on this Hackamore in just a series of very subtle little bumps, asking my horse to find that feel in there and give to that pressure and find that point of suspension where she can carry that Hackamore around. From time to time, just give her her face. If you've been riding your horse in a snaffle, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve because the feel is different. It's a pretty neat piece of equipment. It has a lot of tradition, but it's not mystical and it doesn't need to be scary. If you have any interest in the Hackamore, I would encourage you, find one, check it out, see what your horse feels like in it. Some respond better, some not so well, but it's really going to help you develop more feel, timing, and balance. It follows the rein cow horse tradition, the traditions of the vaqueros. Check it out. I think you might find it interesting. I'm Richard Winters. Thanks for watching.